Well, how's it going? It is The Highway on SiriusXM, the Storme Warren Show, and we love this part of our job. This is where we introduce you to an artist that we've fallen in love with, and we are just hoping you do the same. And usually we're pretty right, and I think we're going to be correct once again. We've got a good batting average going right now. There's a gentleman from Dudley, Georgia that we've been playing. Wasting All These Tears is the song you've been hearing on The Highway. His name is Austin Snell, and this is one of those fun times where I'm actually meeting you for the first time as you walk into our studio door.
Absolutely.
So great to meet you.
Great to meet you. Appreciate you for having me.
I sit there and wonder as we're playing these songs sometimes before I get to meet the artist, it's like, okay, what makes this guy tick? What is it? Where did he come from? What does he do? And if you don't tell me, I have to make up my own stories.
Right.
So,
right.
And that's usually not a good thing for the artist. So thank you for being here to set the record straight.
That's why we're here.
What does Dudley, Georgia look like?
It's grown a lot since I lived there. The big town part of it is Dublin, Georgia. So we have a big town with like shops and all that stuff that's grown since I was born there, but it's still a pretty small town. I think I looked it up for an interview a few years back, and it was a town population of like 700.
Wow.
Dudley. So it's pretty down there for population number.
Sure. I mean, you got a little delayed start to the music. You served our country. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Man, that was awesome. You're in the Air Force?
Yes, sir.
What'd you do in the Air Force?
I did aircraft maintenance. I worked on the big cargo gray planes.
C-130s or the bigger
17s.
So wow.
Yeah, so it's like the in-between one.
Yeah.
So we have the huge like C5, and we have the 130s, and we have the 17s that are in the middle. So.
Were you good as a mechanic before you entered the service?
Absolutely not. No. My dad was, so
really?
That's why I didn't have to learn. He did all that stuff, but I wouldn't call myself a mechanic at all.
But now you can
on planes, yeah.
You can fix planes. Can't change the oil in your car, but
we're working on that part of it. Yeah.
Did you enjoy your time in the Air Force?
It was cool. I met some of the best people I've ever met in my life. Some of my best friends that I still talk to this day. They're actually going to come out to the next show we're playing this weekend. So. I met
Where were
some
you
cool
stationed?
People. California.
California, which base?
It was Travis Air Force Base.
Oh, yeah, Travis. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
That's how many years were you in?
I just did my 4.
Just did your 4?
Did 4 and got out.
College is paid for whenever you want to do it.
I know. We might still have to go back to that.
They got a big check waiting for you.
Right.
But again, thank you for your service. That was great. Was there any idea of just staying in longer than the 4, or was it just? Yeah,
I mean, my plan when I went in was to stay in for my 20 years and retire out and get that paycheck for the rest of my life. I mean, obviously, if I wasn't playing music, I probably would still be in. I think
music stole you away.
It did. Yeah.
From serving our country. Wow, dang guitar. When did you pick up the guitar?
I picked it up. It would have been 2017.
Wow.
So I was probably 19 years old.
So just 6 years into this.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic.
I was just bored. I mean, I was in training for the Air Force, so we had a lot of downtime after we got out of training every day. So I got bored one night, and I was watching videos of Ed Sheeran play like the loop pedal thing. And I literally went the next day and spent my last $400 that I had in my bank account on a Martin guitar and taught myself covers and kind of just.
Can you do the loop pedal thing now too?
Absolutely not.
No, you're not there.
I didn't get that far.
For Morgan Evans and Ed Sheeran and all these guys, they do it really, really well.
Yeah, it makes you appreciate it when you start learning and like realize how much goes into it. But
there's like 700 things going on in your brain as you get set for a song on that loop pedal machine. You've seen artists do that all the time. I cannot think on that level.
Yeah.
At all. You got an edge to your sound. You got a cool gravel, hard edged, but you can also go soft, as we've heard on Wasting All These Tears.
Right.
Would you start off as a rock guy?
Yeah, I mean that's what I was raised on. I tell this story all the time now. We did a lot of traveling when I was younger. We used to race go-karts all around the state of Georgia, Florida, South Carolina. So like we had like 4 CDs in the truck that we'd rotate through.
Give them. What were they?
Yeah, we had 3 Doors Down, Creed, Nickelback, and Alan Jackson. And I think we threw Journey in at some point to that rotation. But I mean that's what I grew up on. So like
Creed
I always tell
Nickelback.
people,
there in your sound there is a blend between those two bands, which is very, very obvious. And it's really cool.
So I mean it feels the most authentic to me.
Sure. So. We just had Chad in from Nickelback not too long ago, and what an amazing guy.
Yeah.
If you got to meet him yet?
I've never gotten to meet him. No.
We got to arrange for. He's on the road with Brantley Gilbert right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or Brantley's on the road with them, I should say. But we'll have to arrange for that meeting.
Yeah, I need to see them live. I mean, I've heard their music since I was little, so it'd be great to see them live. But
was it hard to find a marriage between Nickelback and Alan Jackson?
Not really. I think it came naturally. I think that I moved to town with the goal of doing something a little different. I just didn't know what it was going to be, and I didn't know it would be so soon because I've only been here since May of last year.
God, this is moving fast.
I know it. It's been a blur. It really has. But
wow.
Yeah, and so, I mean, I wasn't going to put anything out. I was just going to write and find my sound, and we wrote Excuse the Mess. And, I mean, that was just instantly, like, I fell in love with that sound. Just because of what I grew up on and like what I was trying to do in music, it just made the most sense for me. So,
100%.
We didn't have to try for it. I don't think it kind of came naturally.
I want to play a clip of "Excuse the Mess" right now.
Of course.
I mean, you cannot deny the influence of what you listened to growing up from just hearing that. But then, like I said, it's been a great way to watch you balance everything out. And country, obviously, a big part of your root system as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's cool. Austin Snell is here. I noticed in your pictures. Macy and I were talking about it the other day. Do you not like to smile?
What do you mean?
We don't see a lot of in your publicity shots. I don't see a lot of happiness going on there.
It fits the brand.
Well, good. You're smiling a
I'm
lot
a happy
here.
guy.
So,
I like to smile sometimes, just for not for cover art. Yeah.
No, that's a lot of fun. I'm gonna play "Wasting All These Tears" right now, and then I've got a question for you when we come back. Cool. Okay, Austin Snell on the highway. The Highway on SiriusXM. Our guest is Austin Snell from Dudley, Georgia, and a quick run, just 6 years from picking up the guitar to signing a record deal, and you're off and running.
Absolutely.
When Warner Brothers came to you and said, hey, we want you part of the family, were you like, what?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I mean, even going back to, like, getting my publishing deal, like, I didn't expect any of that to happen, you know, at least in the first 5 years of me being here. I was expecting to write songs.
It's a 10-year town.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's still going to be, I'm sure. You know, we're still going to have the trials and tribulations. But I mean, just walking in to meet Lynn and Zeb and all them at River House before I even signed with Warner, I had no clue what was coming. Like, I thought I was just going in to talk to them, and they offered the deal right there. So it was. So it's all been kind of hard to process and a lot to go through, but. It's been great. So. Just
embrace it because this part of your career only happens once. I know that's a cliche, but you got to soak it all in, especially like this moment. The question I have to ask you is, how would you like to become our next highway find?
I don't think I have a problem.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
Welcome to a very elite little club. It's a fraternity. It's a sorority. Some nice names are on the list of the highway finds. And we just believe in you, and we just think you're off to a magnificent start.
Cool. Thank y'all so much, man. I appreciate that.
Let that sink in for a little bit.
Well, I keep telling Zeb, I'm like, he tells me good news every day. And I'm like, I don't know if I can handle any more good news because he literally calls me once a day. And he's like, hey, we just got this. We just did this. And I'm like, I don't know how I can handle it anymore.
I mean, you've heard our other highway finds as we've debuted them. And you know, the names like Cole Swindell and Florida Georgia Line.
Absolutely.
And Chase Rice and Griffin Palmer recently. And we've got a whole bunch of Graylin James also added to the list. And now your name is a part of it.
Cool. Well, thank y'all, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, we appreciate you. We're going to put you to work. We're going to have you sit over in our nook if you don't mind. And we're going to play a tune or two.
Let's do it.
This is The Highway with our brand new highway find, Austin Snell.